Welcome to the lecture of this beginner Python course. The sixth lecture is going to be about user input in Python. Because Python is a programming language, and because Python and other programming language out there is working on a computer, computers are liberal beings. They can only be given commands. So how we give commands to computers using our coding languages like Python, Java, etc. But how do you also take input from the user or from a human, from a person? How do you do that? That's what we are going to learn in this lecture, which is to use the input function. We are going to learn very key features, which is input function. The input function is a function that is used to take human input by the Python language for executing codes or lines and commands by the Python code by the computer. Uh, it is done using the input function with input bracket, whatever is the input is being asked should be inside here. We'll also learn about prompts, how storing input works, how is input stored, stuff like that, and also the reason why input is text, what type of data type is all the input that is taken is, and how we are going to convert these into numbers, etc. How we are going to do calculations, what are the common errors, and 5 exercises plus a mini challenge. In my course, I put mini challenges as a very important special part of my course, guys, so that it can help you build confidence. As I told you before, like not just in Python programming, in every other programming out there, learning the syntax is a very bad way to learn the language. You always, just like grammar, you have to understand it. You have to understand the concept. You have to understand the language to understand how this language works. And by hearting and memorizing the syntax will not help you in the long run. So let's start the course enough with the introduction. So first one is what is user input? So the user input is when you let the user give information to the program. So that is very much equal to the whole setup of an input function, how the user input works. And we concluded as the program that actually is needing an input asks a question. The user, which is actually using the program, will type the response. Python receives it, and we can also Python can store it and then also use that information, that response given by the user, continue the program and give the desired output. So how do we do input? So how do we accomplish this fully? So that's when you need a new function, which is input function. So input with a bracket is a built-in function in Python that is used for making input functions. Like that's used for helping the computer ask a question and receive the answer from the user. It pauses the program, waits for typing or answer or input from the user, enters, and you press enter key to submit the response, and the response can be used and stored by Python programming. It's mostly stored for later use. You can see an example of an input function here, which is input, enter your name. We will just do that in VS Code. See, here we give the answer. It's stored. It's done. So, oh, oops. I'll just clear that for you so that's available, visible for you. But first of all, the input function will run. Whatever that's inside the input function will be shown. See, it is asking you to enter my name. It has paused the program. Ask me other question that I put there, waiting for my answer to be typed. In my name, in my case, it's Rohit. Gonna press enter and boom. Because there is nothing else here, it is going to do nothing but just first important way, like the functions we can do with the input function is to store the input. And for that, because basically for storing anything in Python or any other language out there, we use variables. The same applies here. We use variables to store the input data. What is being inputted, what is the data given as an input, that is being stored as a variable. That is basic. And while it also follows the same rules as the variables, the name should be or the variable or the name should be on left, should be on the connecting equal to, and the input in this way in our right now uh, in our right now in our uh, case, it's going to be the input function. So it can be and it can also be used to print the variable. We see an example here. So here it's an input my name. So I will just make it name. It's gonna be a new variable. So now we are going to print this variable. This should give you few things. So my name is Rohit. Hit enter. It prints name. I'll clear this for you so that it's easily visible for everyone. Program runs and it stops here. The input function pauses the program, waiting for the human or the user's input. And in my case, I'm just going to type in my name, and when I enter, it uses that one data and is actually doing the rest of the code based on it. So here, when the next line has print function, which is asking you to give the output as same as what is in the variable, what is stored in the variable name. And here it was Rohit, which is my name, and hence it gets printed. The second one is friendly output. You can combine input and also print. You have ask for name. It's basically like adding label. When we learn print function. I remember teaching all the concept of label also. The same thing applies here. Same thing applies here also. We are talking about a friendly output. We have an input function and it also prints with a label. Here it's hello, comma, whatever that here. We will demonstrate it over here. For example, it can be hello, comma, name. And just like how we said in the very early lectures of this course, whenever you put comma mark. Whenever you put comma, you don't have to put a space because Python already has a space for you. So in this case, it's going to be asking me for my name. I'm gonna give Rohit, and it's gonna print hello Rohit. I'll just clear this out for so that it's more visible to you guys. I'm gonna ask my name, and Rohit. Hello. So we can also use the input function with the question to also ask another question. For example, here there's an example given, which is to ask for a city. We're going to store the answer and we're going to print a sentence. You live in city. So let's do that. We're just gonna do this. We're gonna go next. We're gonna create a variable. City is equal to input what city are you from? Then we get to enter. We put print. Uh, you are from comma city. We run it. Are you from more aesthetically pleasing now? Oops, my bad. From no TVM. You are from DVM. Yes. So this is. I'll just run it again after playing the terminal for you, so that it's much easier. See, which city are you from? I'm from Trivandrum, so TVM. You are from Trivandrum. So it's that simple. That easy to exercise for. We can also have multiple inputs. We all, just like how we had multiple variables, multiple inputs can be used for multiple answers to get multiple answers. And all these multiple inputs, all the simple input line can also be, should also, in the case that you need different inputs, different answers being stored differently also, it's much preferred that you use different variables also for different systems, different input functions, basically. So in this question, it is asking us uh, to to get the name, to get your favorite food. We're going to store both, and we are also going to print both. So first of all, we are going to make a name function. Name function is nothing but input your name. Second is, I believe, it asks for your age. It asks your favorite food. Favorite food. As you can see here, just like how I teach you in last lecture, we are you know we are like following the fundamentals of variables, which is to name them correctly and not use space bar. We are using underscore instead. And for so now we are gonna print each of them. Print name, print favorite. First is gonna ask my name. My name is Rohit. Ask my favorite food. It's pizza. It has printed that my favorite food is Rohit. My name is Rohit. My favorite food is pizza. I'll clear the terminal for you and we'll, polish the code a bit because it kind of seems bad. So we're just gonna do that. We just did that. We're gonna run it again. much better now. So we are gonna have my name. My name is Rohit. My favorite food is pizza. And the rest of the code continues because, as I told you, every single input function processes the code in that line, that particular input line. After once the enter key is pressed or when the value is given, only then it goes to the second line. We have a tiny introduction. We are going to make a tiny introduction, which is with several questions. So you have to take input name, you have to take input age, you have to take input city, you have to take your favorite food and print all of them also. So how are you gonna do that? Guys, we encountered some sort of so coming back, this is our tiny introduction question. We had to take input of name, age, city, and your favorite food. I'll give you some time to do this question. In the case that you're not able to do this question, we'll do it. Okay, guys, time's up. In the case that you are all not able to do it, we will do it together. So let's start. First of all, input is gonna be favorite food is also here. We will do what else was that? City, right? City was also there. So city is equal to oops, we encountered one more. So let's continue. So we have city, we have to take input of city, and then we also have favorite food, right? So favorite food, city, age, name and age. Name, favorite food, city, and now we have age also. Input age. Now we are going to print uh, name, print the food, city, age, allowed. We are going to do. My name is Rohit. My favorite food is pizza. My city is EVM. My age is 20. See, it is our output. My friends EVM all that for you. So this is an exercise that's already done. So the second thing an input function is going to be input return x. The important role is that input function always returns only text. So anything from the uh, input function is already taken as text or string. So anything that you have, for example, number that is inside input, if you want it to be taken as integer, you have to do use the conversion functions that we studied in the last lecture, which is in bracket, float bracket, boolean bracket like that. So here the input always returns a string even when digits are typed. Use type to prove it. So for example, we'll prove it with age. equal to input. It's right. So we're gonna print type of age, even though it's gonna be, let's see what happens, right? So run it. The output needs to be 20. Class comes up. I'll just clear the terminal for you so it's even more visible. Input, the input is 20. See, it comes out as class string. Even if you put a number, everything under the input variable, not variable, function is actually stored as a string. So now that's a very big problem. So for that, we use number or text with type function, like the specific type function. For example, typing 20 still gives text. Compute input with integer variable, check both variables. So here, number is 20, age, which is that now we take age is 20 also. For example, number is equal to 20. We're gonna print the type of that also. So how much, how is it something, how is that gonna be? Now go press 20. So first one is class string, which is age. Second one number is actually given as an integer. As you can see, we will just clear this out. We will do it again. 20. Oh, sorry, but 20. See, uh, age variable, which was taken as input, is given as string, whereas the number, which is a variable number, is given as integer. For math problems, try adding to raw input. So because what do you think will happen in this? What do you think will happen to this? We will get an error. Let's see what type of error we are getting, right? So let's see what type of error we are getting. Age input print age plus 10. Let's do it. See, it cannot meet character 20C, broken expression, fully category. This gives an error. Why is it so? Because this one is a string and this one is an integer. You cannot add integer to a string. You cannot do that. Hence, it gives an error. I'll just play the terminal so that you guys can see the error. Just the error. I'll say a little bit of output and give it. See, it can only concentrate STR, not INT test. See, you can only concatenate, I mean, to add in str to str, not integer to string. So that's the problem. So this is an integer, not, and this is a string. That's the biggest problem. So you cannot do this. But this is one of the biggest part of the input function. So what, because once again, all the functions you get in all the input you give, or the input variable is going to be a string. So how do you convert it into integer? That's when, in according to the last lecture what we studied, we have int variable, data type variables, right? For every single data type, we has like a function to itself. We're going to use that to convert string to the data type. For example, let's see here, age is equal to input, age is equal to int. We convert, now we are going to do the same thing there. Let's do this. We have age is equal to input. We're gonna do age is equal to int of age. We're gonna print age plus 10, right? Then we're gonna run the code. We need to give the value of the age. It's gonna be 20. It gives 30. See? That's how easy. That's how easy it is. Even though there is a different way to do it. When I will come back to it. I'll clear the terminal so that it's easily visible for you guys. So there you go. Giving the age 20. Okay, see, it's 30. 20 came, it's 20 plus 10. 30. Going to a different part. We have a short version which is to get and just to convert immediately because right now what we did now is that we have two different steps. We took age for a variable age, we made a variable age and we had an input which was integer string. So we had to re-establish the variable as an integer with another line. Right, so these two lines, it's kind of complicated. So that's why we have a feature here, which is to use integer input, like a syntax like this. So if someone uses comment this note, these lines are equal to the lines you saw above. Is that plenty? See, here it's age. We can do age plus 10 also. Okay, if I can, I'll just clear the terminal for you guys. It's easily visible. Take a bit of the time to load. Asking for 20 input. Here it gives 20, it gives 30. So that, by the way, is a very important thing to understand. So here's a short version that is used to convert immediately, which is to take input first. In converted in where it gets stored, we can just use this line, as you can see here, this line, and it does the whole system. So check converted type. So we are going to use type function to check whether it's right or not. So the same thing, print number. We are going to, we're going to also check the type of print type page. Page is 20, 20. So it gives 20. It's class integer. So we solved a biggest problem with input function, which is that it is always text. So we learned how to convert it to others, and we proved it with this type function, which is a very crazy feat, not gonna lie. Now we also have decimal input. So because there are different data types, and float is another data type. So just like how we converted string into integer, the same thing is what's being done for float also. Float, for example, because the world just doesn't always run on whole numbers. It always runs also with majority, right? Actually, majority runs on float numbers, actually, right? So everything requires decimal points for higher accuracy. The more accuracy you have, the more decimal points you have, the much better it is. So the same function, the same thing is used here also. For example, if we take int input and we just change it to float. Now we have a new thing. So sorry, just do the number. So 20.0 class 4. I'll just clear the terminal for you so that it's all easily visible for you guys. So now time to do the it's here. As you can see, the number is 20. The input was given 20. It turned into float, and the class is float. The class is also shown as float, which is a very good thing, I believe. Price example. So input plus conversion plus calculation. So we are going to do everything in this question. So I want you all to look into this question and try it yourself. You have some seconds. And if you're not able to do it, you'll do it yourself. Right? So come on, guys. I hope you can do it. So clear thanks us now. Guys, that's up. I hope this question was enough for you to do it. In the case that many of you are not able to do it, we'll do it ourselves. So first we are asked to get the ask price, then the quantity, and then calculate the total, and then display the total. So let's just begin. So first of all, uh, item is gonna be float price. So first of all, price is gonna be float input item price. We have quantity. Here is the right NOS for simplicity. NOS is gonna be always int because it's gonna be a whole number. Input quantity. We make a new variable named total. Total is going to be price into NOS. We're gonna print total price. Uh, we're gonna run it. Item price, we're gonna keep it 25. The quantity, we're gonna keep it 4. Total price is 100.0. Why is it a float? Because the price was also a float and hence it's taken as float. So because the number is the price is float, so the final amount which needs to be paid will also be a float. So that's why it is given as a float. So so that you guys can see it better, we are gonna run it over here. Give it 50 this time, give it 4 this time. See, quantity item price is 50, quantity is 4, total price is 200. Going to the next question. We have a tiny calculator. So we can do on a tiny calculator that does addition. So we have a tiny calculator that does addition, just like how we did last time. You are asked to take float inputs. So come on, guys, you can do it. In the case you're not able to do it, we'll do it ourselves. So I'll give you some time. Guys, I guess time's up. It's time for you to us to do it for the people who are not able to do it themselves. So we're gonna do a tiny calculator that does perform addition. So first of all, A is gonna be our first variable. It's gonna be float input first number. So second is gonna be B is equal to float input second number. And we have total. No, wait, it's gonna have its print, comma, A plus B. Right, so just the code is clean, we'll run it like this. So let's run it. First number of 3.57, 6.23. Result is 9.8. Oh my god. So just so that you guys can get the view with your terminal. So you run again. Let's try 3.14 into 3.14 again. So it's 6.28. So our program does works well and it is also able to do function. So that's a very big thing, guys. So more calculator options. So it's basically the same thing, but now we are doing A minus B, A into B, and A divided by B. I'll give you some time, guys. Come on, you can do it. So in the case that you are not able to do it, you do it yourselves, guys. Come on. Time's up. We'll fight the go ourselves for the people who are not able to do it. So, okay. I mean, the code was pretty much the same, but yeah, we'll do it from scratch. So A is equal to, we have to take input from A. So first of all, it's going to be float. We are gonna take input now, and what happened? What happened? But now it is gonna have the number, first number. We're gonna have b is equal to cloud input, then number. Now we are gonna have mathematical operation, so we are gonna print a plus b. We're gonna print a minus b. We're gonna print a into b. We're gonna print a divided by b. Believe this much how much was asked. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction, multiplication. So let's check it out. Wait, why is it working, guys? First number, what happens? Keyboard interrupt. What? What's wrong there, guys? First number is 20. The second number is only 30. So the answer is gonna be a plus b. Addition will give us 50. The subtraction will give us minus 10. And the multiplication will give us 600. And the division will give us 0.6666666 and recurring and continuation for 0.66666. Just like that. That's what happened is going to us was the creating a very simple profile. So it's time for us to create a very simple profile, guys. The same thing, the same output, everything same. In the case that I'll give it for you guys to do it. In the time you guys are not able to do it, we'll do it. We'll do it. So, ability time is done. I hope you all got the output. For the people who didn't get the output, let's do it together. So we need name as a text, we need age as an integer, we need height as a float, and we have to print the summary of all of them. It is pretty easy. Let's just do it. There's VS Code. VS Code. So we have name is equal to int. No, sorry. You just take input because default of input is string, so we're just gonna take input like that. We have name, age as integer. We have age as integer, int input We have height as a float. We have to print the summary. So we can always use this, like we can print name from a space, age from a like run it. Let's run it, guys. Oops, keyboard interrupt. I don't know why this keeps happening. Let's run it with a fresh new terminal. My name is Rohit. My age is 20. My height is. Oops, oops, I see to run it again. I kind of messed up the execution, so let's run it again. Name is Rohit. Age is 20. Height is 187.3. So it just printed everything. My name is Rohit. I'm 20 years old. My height is 187.3. It printed everything, guys. It printed everything. So good. Uh, Going to the next part of the lecture. We have good prompts. Tells users what to enter. So see here, we did two types of in our input. Like in question, we did two times. In some of the code I demonstrated, it was just a single. It was just a blinking cursor. All right. So there was nothing else. So I know what I was meant to type. So that's why I was able to type. But a very good code will have good questions, will ask good questions, or will give you what to do. Because a blank prompt is confusing. Because if you don't have the prior context, you are not gonna be able to do it. But with a prior context already given in the as a prompt in the int function, it's not in the int function, in the input function, it is going to be a much better approach because now the user can not really need to remember everything and can answer to the computer and give data to the computer without any sort of heavy lifting. So a clean, better prompt is better, and keep questions also pretty readable. For example, name, we can always do like this, right? So guys, so we can always do this. We can do name is oops input. We can always do like this. Just clear the terminal, run it. So here, this is a blank space. See this, the output that comes is a blank space. If I give my name there, yes, it will print. But because it's a blank space, you are not understanding anything because now you see the code and you're saying name. Now you know what to type. But in the later, if it was not there, if it was something else, it is gonna be a problem. So here is why you need better questions. For example, now we have a better question. What is your name? Now this is a good question. You are able to understand the question. You are able to understand the answer. You're able to know what you should respond to. So here, what is my name? I know my name is Rohit. So when I type it enter, here it comes. So that is a very good in prompting. That's what very good prompting is. So now we are going to look at some of the era no conventions. So for example, age. Did we just did this now because age as an input just as a string you cannot add you cannot you can only concatenate the string and string which is to join them. You can join strings. You cannot add or join string and an integer. We already saw the problem there. Right again here. Yeah, it's the same. So you're gonna print, oh, print name plus one, right? So I'll show you what error we are gonna get. What is your name? My name is Rohit. See, nameless one. You can only concatenate string to string, not string to integer. So that's a problem because one is a string and one is an integer. So that's why that's a very big problem to solve. I can't again with the clear terminal so it's pretty easily visible to you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna name my name again. Go ahead. See, the same error. That needs to be solved. So error, invalid integer. Words cannot become integer. See, that's why I think you cannot do words for integer. You cannot take words for integer. For example, run, type, hello, read error, try digits. So that's what we cannot do. For example, here we will look into it. I'll show you for a variable age with int input age. You cannot give this a string value because it's asking for an integer value. You cannot give it a string value because for the example that it gives a string value, it will give you an error that it is a traceback error. You cannot have an invalid literal input in. So basically, it's saying that invalid things are what was given for it for what it was as an integer. So for an integer, it is not given with base 10. So integer is basically base 10. So when you type integer data type, it is asking things with a base 10. And string obviously doesn't have a base 10. So yeah, you get it. So a string doesn't have a base 10. So obviously that's a reason. Error decimal into int. So we cannot put decimal into the int here. We cannot put decimal into int either. For example, here I will show you. For example, it's the same thing. We'll just clear this out. We'll run the code again. This is an integer function. Like this is an int input asking for an int. Here we give 25. Saying the same error. That is that it doesn't the number that we gave is not an integer with base 10 or whatever it is, it doesn't have base 10. So whatever integer deals with is with base 10. That's the comparison. So if we give something that is not compliant with base 10, cannot be shown in mathematically as base 10 with something base 10, it will be rejected. So that's the error that was caused right now over here. Error name typo. So here you cannot do the same thing here. So for example, I'll show you guys. So this is age and this is small letter age. For example, if we print the small letter one, it is gonna give you an error. If for age is 20, see, age is not defined. Okay, I'll run it in a plain terminal so that it's visible for you guys. See, if it's asking age, give 20. See, because this is the variable. The capital age is the variable, whereas the small letter age is the label that was used for. So it is the prompt. It is the prompt that asks, hey, what's your age? So we are using that instead of the variable. So that's why Python has never heard of the small letter h as a variable to print. So that's why it says it's not defined. Did you mean age? It also gives you a correct answer. Say, I know a variable age. Did you mean that? And we can obviously say no what. So that's one error you all have to keep in your mind. Another one is prediction challenge. Predict types. Enter Alex. Enter 20. Predict output and type. Come on, guys. Come on. It's time to make your brains work. Yeah, predict the answer to this. We are in the case that you are not able to build with us. time is up. For the people who are not able to do it, we'll do it ourselves. So we have to predict the type. The first one, it is a string. So what is gonna be the type? A string. Second is an integer without quote unquote. So without a quotation. So what is gonna be? It is going to be an integer. Third one, print output and text. So that's what we did. So that's a question. That was the question. So that's what entirely what we did. Coming to the other one, tiny program next year, one calculation. So we are going to do like display your age next year. This is a question. You guys should do it. You guys can do it. I'll give you some time. In the case that you're not able to do it, we'll do it together. So guys, come on. It's time to do it. I'll give you a hint. So it's ask age. So you have to take integer input as age. You have to convert it. So you can do it otherwise. You can do it the old-fashioned way, which is just input, then convert to int, then do it. If not, you can just do it like that. And then you have to do something like add one to it and say, hey, next year this is how old you are. So you can do like that. So come on, guys, your time starts now. So you're going to really do it. So in the case you are not able to do it, we'll do it together. Guys, time is up. So in the case that you're not able to do it, we'll do it ourselves. That's my promise. So let's do it. First of all, take age input as an integer. We are gonna print. Hi guys, time to print it. Age right now, mine is 20. So next year I'm gonna be 21. Wow. Guys, next year I'm gonna be 21 guys. I'll just clear the window for you so it's visible. Now it must be very visible. So my current age 20. Next year I want to be 21. My program just predicted it really well, right? So I hope you guys will too. Tiny program rectangle. So take the length with the width, and you have to try to find the area. Area of a rectangle is length into width. It's basic mathematics. You should all know that. The two numerical inputs, and because it's size and measure things are like that, it can be the thing. So here it can be float. It should be float. So guys, your time starts now. Come on, you guys can do it. I trust on you guys. So come on, guys, you can do it. In the case you are not able to do, we will do it ourselves. That's any program with Tango. Time's up for the people who are not able to do it. We'll do it together. So let's start, guys. Let's start. Let's go to VS Code. First one needs to be float value in it. So we will take length is equal to float input. What something happened, guys? Float input length breadth is equal to float input breadth. We take that also. So now we need to print the area. So area, comma, length, comma, breadth. Alright guys, we just run the code guys. What happens? Keyboard interacts. What does that do guys? I don't know, I'm not sure about that. We'll just run again. Okay, it's asking for length, which is 23.4, breadth 69 for 694.6. So the area is gonna be 16,251.3. That's a lot of area. A lot of area, guys. That's a lot of area. So we did this also. So tiny program, bill split. A large example. We had to take the bill amount, the number of people. We had to divide the bill amount with people and display it per person. So basically, you have to divide the bill, the total amount, and that divide result should be given with a tag with a label each page this much, and here in place of the this much, it should be more divide answer. So you guys can do it, guys. I believe in you guys. So come and do it. In the case you are not able to do it, we will do it together. Your time starts now. Time's up. Time for us to review answers and do it ourselves. So I'll do it ourselves. Do it together for the people who are not able to do it. First of all, we'll take bill as a variable, which is gonna be a float number. Input total the amount loss equal to int input number of people in person is, comma, will divided by its total amount. So that, so random number, but people also some random. Each person pays 7,125.634396355355 rupees. This will clearly with another example. Other amount number, something random. Number of people, 8,562. Each person pays 282.1660673422687 rupees. So that was how simple that code was. We did that too. So now coming back to one of the most interesting part in my lecture, which is exercises. So the first exercise is to say hello or basically so ask for my name. So ask for your name, store it and print hello plus your name. Come on guys, you can do it. Your time starts now. This is a very easy program. In case you are not able to do it, we'll do it. Alright guys, it's time. It's time for to do the answer. This is gonna be the answer, so let's do it. For the people who have not done it, let's do it. So, name is a variable. It needs to take input name. Needs to store input too. And print it with hello, comma, name, name. Once we encounter an error. We did in, not input. Sorry, my bad. You see, mistakes do happen, guys. It's not a problem showing my name in case it's Rohit. See, it says hello Rohit. So scroll you guys so I can just can see very clearly. Do it again. So Rohit, Rohit. See, that's how easy it is going to exercise number two. You are going to take name, favorite color, and print both of them. So your time starts now. For the people who are not able to do it, we'll do it together. Time's up. It's time to the one to the question. So we already have input of name. So we are gonna edit for say food. I wanna print name. And next, oops, so on the um, it's my foot. It's is so hello Rohit, your favorite. So that it's much visible. We'll run it again with the mode now. Name Rohit, favorite food is hello Rohit, your favorite food is pizza. So going to exercise number two solution. So oh my, that's your favorite color, guys. Yeah. We don't want to change it up. It's favorite color, color. So run it again. My name is Rohit. My favorite color is green. Okay, just so that you guys can see it as well, we are gonna do it again with a new terminal. My name is Rohit. My favorite color is green. So, hello Rohit, your favorite food is green. Favorite color is something guys. See, these are types and things. So you guys will face the same issue, but these strengthen you, right? So these things, they strengthen you really well. So these are a few things that matters. So the next one, exercise three, reach next year. Uh, we already did it. I won't do it again. We already did it in the exercise, not just exercise in the previous questions. So your time starts now. You guys can attempt it. In case you are not gonna, we will check the code. It's time's up. It's time to check the code. We have already done the code, so I'm not gonna do it again. We just see the code. So we have a new variable here, age. We're taking the input in. The input is stored as age. The input line has a question, which is age, the label, and we're gonna print next year. Your age is whatever your age you inputted plus one. So exercise number 4. Ask number one, ask number two, convert, multiply. Number one, ask number two, multiply. So we have not done this. We had done a type of this, but we will do it. So I'm giving you time, guys. You should really do this. In the if you are not able to do it, we'll do it together. So yeah, come on, guys, you can do it. Time is up. This is code of the question. It's time for us to try the code. We'll do it. So let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go. First A is the first thing to with the number, so it's gonna be in. No, we are gonna take float input. Float B is equal to float input and the number two. Now we are gonna print the result, comma A into B. Run it. The first number needs to be 22, the second number needs 33, the answer is 175. You know what, I'll run it no terminal so that's much more visible for you guys. So we'll do that. Number one is 22, number two is 33, is 726.0. Yeah guys, that's good. Next one, next exercise. So the next exercise is exercise shopping total. So ask the product. as its price, as quantity, calculate total dislike. Uh, alright guys, we know it. You guys can do it. This is very easy. You guys can obviously do it. So in case you are not able to do it, you will do it too. So okay. Come on guys, take your time. We'll do it very well. Guys, it's well, time's up, guys. So it's time to review the code and write it again. So first of all, we are going to take the product input. So what is the product? It is going to be input because it's text, it's string. So input is the defaultly in string, so you don't have to do anything. So it's string. String price is always going to be in float. Quantity is always going to be in. Total price is one. So print product print total. So that's what we're going to do. First of all, product is equal to input product price is equal to float input price not equal to input quantity print time to run the code. So first of all, the product needs to be pressed. The price is 20. Quantity is 2. The product is trash. The total is gonna be $50 or rupees. So this is what we know it, and that's what we got. So it's pretty similar to this. Uh, Variations can happen, but the final result needs to be the same. Coming to the best part of my course, which is the mini challenge. It is gonna be a personal information program for this lecture. So you have to uh, get an input of your name, your age, your city, your height, your favorite food, print a summary, and also show your age next year. So I'm gonna give you some time for to do this. I know it's a very long list, so I will give you ample amount of time. In the meantime, you do then not being able to do, we will do it ourselves. We'll do it together. Come on, guys. It's time to do it. I'll give you ample amount of time. Your time starts now. Time's up. The For the people who are not able to do it, let's do it together. First of all, this is code. Name, you have to take an input. Age, you have to take the input. City, you have to take the input. Height, you have to take the input. Food, you have to take the input. With label, all of them needs to be with label. And for print, we are just gonna print everything else, and then we are also gonna help print and calculate and print the age next year. So let's do that. So name is equal to input name. Age is equal to hell, guys. Age is equal to in input age. You also take city is equal to input. I'm gonna take height is equal to float. Input height. Take your if I have your name, age, and your favorite food. Say food is equal to input or food. Now we have to print each of them. So print name, comma, age, comma, city, comma, height, comma, paper. We are also going to print height plus 1. So time to run the code. So first of all, my name is Rohit, age is 20, my city is TVN, my height is 187.3, my favorite food is pizza. So my year, my age, my city, my height is the same, and my age next year is also shown as 21. Also, it's much better. I'll go it in the other one, new terminal first. So, Rohit 20 CVM 187.3 is a yes, guys. So that is also concluded. Final debug challenge. Find the problem. It is gonna find the problem. So yeah, run the code. Age is equal to input age. Print in 5 years. Age plus 5. What is the problem? Guys, I'll give you some time to think and I'll explain. Proper amount of time to think, guys. The problem is with the input. So here, every normal input takes the input as string and integer cannot be added, and hence it's gonna throw an error. Here we can fix this code and show the in 5 years what's your age by adding, by doing an extra step of doing age is equal to int age with the int function, or we can do it with the add the whole input line inside the int function. That's also a problem. Uh, so coming to the end of our lecture, guys, this lecture, let's recap what we learned. So user input is complete. We learned input function. We learned prompts. We learned about storing responses. We learned about strings from input. We learned int and float, differentiation, the division, etc. We learned about calculations. We learned about errors. We did a lot of exercises and questions. We also did our main specialty of a mini challenge. So I hope you all understood and enjoyed this lecture. Meet you all in the next one. Till then, bye. Take care.